guys, good morning. Clearly, I did not just get up. However, it was pretty close. I got up this morning really late because I didn't set an alarm, and my family let me sleep in, which is also something that doesn't quite often happen. And yeah, so then so I went downstairs and took care of everybody, and now I just came upstairs. I did my skincare. You're gonna laugh, but I actually steal my husband's skincare in the morning. This is his RE9 Advanced for Men. It's got a micro exfoliant in it, and I love it in the morning, so that's what I use in the morning. I'm now gonna go in with my liquid serum. This is in the Biohydria line. Hi Nicole, hi Susie. And I put that serum on in the morning, and then I do my eye serum and my hydrator. How is everyone on this fine Saturday? Hi, Marissa. Justin's like, you're doing a video now? You have to paint. I'm like, I know. I'm going to paint with makeup on today. That's all I've been doing lately is painting. All right, so then I go in with my Biohydria gel. This is my eye cream treatment. So you just need a really teeny tiny little bit like that. And you just kind of put it on your under eye right here. This is literally as real as it gets, guys. For anyone, I like when I watch other people's videos and they're, hi Allison, how are you? And like they've clearly already done their brows and like they've got some other stuff happening. And I'm like, you know, this is really not barefaced. With me, you know you're getting the bare face. Hi Vanessa, hi Amara. And then I finish in the morning with the Arbonne Biohydria Gel Cream. This is my morning routine. We're doing good, Vanessa. I'm really lucky I haven't, this Thursday that just passed was a week since I've left the house, since any of us have left the house. I did walk down to my mom's. She only lives like a mile away. And we sat on opposite ends of her porch and talked, which was nice. And my girlfriend has been running out because she's actually an essential employee, so she's been working. And she's actually getting me a gallon of milk right now. So I haven't really had the need, like actually had to leave for one reason or another. Isolation is so awful, isn't it? Did you go to the nail salon? I did not. These are Impress press-on nails because literally my pandemic Medicare is not happening around here. It's so bad. These are these little guys, the Impress press-ons. If you haven't used them before, they're really fun. They don't stay on, honestly, all that long, but they're fun. Isolation is awful, isn't it? It is. I'm, I guess in a lot of ways, lucky that I'm isolated with people, like my husband and my kids. So I'm not like alone. I feel bad for my mom because she is alone. I'm going to go in with a little lip intelligence right now. But, you know, I call her every day. She's close enough that I can walk and go see her. So, you know, her friends call her and her neighbors call and check in on her all the time. It's just wild. Like yesterday, the UPS man came and our dog does not like random people just showing up at the house. And so she was barking at him, and obviously he was afraid to like approach her that way. She's a 70-pound boxer, so I can understand the hesitation. So I'm just walking over to him to get the UPS box, and Justin's screaming at me from the window, like, just leave it there, just leave it there. Don't get too close. And I'm like, what is this guy's problem? And then I'm like, oh my God, you're not supposed to just walk up and take a box from someone. I'm an idiot. Like my brain is still not turned on to this new way of life. It's just so weird. It's super weird. I don't know how, like, walking up to the UPS man and taking a box because my dog was barking seems like a completely normal thing to do. So I don't know. We all have a lot of like learning and getting used to this. Hopefully it doesn't last long enough where we're good at it, to be honest with you. But my sister sent me a text last night of cars lined up and down her street because her neighbors for the second night in a row were having like a get together, and there was like 7 cars and they were all packed. I mean, that's bananas, and it shouldn't happen. I know that anyone who's like, oh, you know, I'm healthy. I know that I'm healthy. It's like, you don't though. And that's the whole point of this. All right, what are we gonna do today, guys? Do you want to do BB cream? Do you want to do regular foundation? Do you want to do a blend? Do you want to see powder included? What's happening here? You guys tell me. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Daisy. Get my goodies out here. Cream contour. What are we doing? I'm but a vessel. I have been painting like everything in the house that does not get nailed down, and even the things that do. Setting powder. I just want to see. All right, so let's do regular foundation today. Why not? Let's do regular foundation. So I'm going to go in with a little makeup primer just to start. Always start with the makeup primer. And this just goes on right on top of your skincare. You blend it in just like it's a lotion. I could use some outside time though, to tell you the truth, because I have literally just been holed up inside the house doing painting. Like I'm painting everything. Yesterday I cleaned all the bathrooms. I did like 10 loads of laundry. How we're generating so much laundry when we're in our pajamas, a considerable amount of time that I'm almost embarrassed to admit, is kind of humorous to me, but whatever. Okay. So you want the primer to sit on your face for just like a minute or two, and then you're going to know that you're blending onto your primer instead of into it. The primer is there for a reason, and that is to make your skin look flawless. So it's going to sit in your pores and on top of your pores, so that you don't it just kind of creates like a perfect palette for your makeup to go on top of, which is why you want to wait just a hot second for all of that to set in. I'm just going to grab my other makeup that I'm going to use today. Clearly I came in without a plan. I'm the woman without a plan today. That's all right. We'll figure it out. Okay. So I just washed my Eco Tool sponge. This thing gets washed every time I do my makeup. Number one, because I like a little bit of hydration in the sponge when I use it. But number two, because these types of things can harbor bacteria, and that is what you don't want to rub all over your skin numerous times over and over again. So another reason that I wash it with hot water and hand soap. Hi, Marissa. Thank you. I just washed it last night. I'd love to say I did something special. I have one of those Revlon hairdryer brushes, you know, the round brush thing, and that definitely helps to smooth it out. But yeah, I always feel like a new person after I wash my hair. All right, so I'm going to go in with the shade Soft Blush. This is the Arbonne Liquid Foundation. It does have broad spectrum SPF 15, and I always just start with one pump of it on the back of my hand to blend it into my skin. I don't like to over apply. So that's why I don't add it to my face, because I will definitely get carried away putting it on my face. And you don't need to. The coverage is amazing, and it's buildable. So if one pump doesn't do it and you want to go over it with a second pump, you absolutely can. I find that one pump is usually plenty though. And as you can see, soft beige is definitely the right shade for my skin right now. I can also use honey beige. That's kind of like my slightly more, oh, this is soft blush. I'm sorry, not soft beige. But this is like the perfect color for my skin. It takes a little bit of the pinkness out, and it's just a nice neutral. So I'm going to go in with the Eco Tool sponge and just press it in. And you can see how nicely it just blends out. Again, all the makeup is vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, cruelty-free, paraben-free, all of those things. Non-toxic, 100%. Hi, Melissa. Okay, and remember too, this month you can build your own bundle. So all orders over 400 PV, which is not the dollar amount, but it's just the original value amount, get 40% off with free shipping for all of our preferred customers. Okay, so that was a shade Soft Blush all blended in. And let's see, what do I want to do now? Let's do a powder highlight. I'm going to go in with the shade, I'm going to use natural. I want to use Ivory. I'm going to go in with the shade Ivory in the Got You Covered Mineral Product Foundation. So this is a loose powder. And I personally love it for an under eye highlight. And I'm going to show you why if I can open this silly thing. All the technical difficulties today. Okay, so this is a powder foundation, and I personally love it for under eye because it brightens, but it also sets my makeup. I like to go in with a brush because that means I'm putting the least amount on. And you can see how it just brightens right underneath here. So if you have any under eye lines, dark circles, anything like that, it's not going to accentuate that under eye bag or anything like that. It's just going to kind of disguise it. It also does not make my fine lines sort of pop out. Hi, Lindsay. Hi, Jamie. And forehead. If you have oily skin too, you're going to absolutely love using a powder as a highlight because it's going to mattify your face in the areas that you're normally shiny. I don't know where I got this brush, to be honest with you. I think that it was a brush that came in like a little thank you baggie, but I do love it. Something small like this for my under eye. And finally, my stress pimple is going away. Praise be. That took a million years because I kept picking at it. Okay, so again, this was the shade Ivory in our loose powder foundation. All right, bronzer. Totally needing bronzer in my life right now. All right, so the Glow On bronzer is the best. I love it because it is not orange, it's not red, it's just a nice, true, cool brown. And it just like warms up your face so nicely, shows off your bone structure, all the things. Today is my friend Chelsea's birthday, and I have to say, I am feeling so sad for all of the March birthdays that this has completely crumbled. I have had a couple of friends have birthdays this month, and even my little guy, he turned 5 on the 18th. And it was just so sad because he kept asking all day, like, when's everybody coming over for my birthday? And I didn't have an answer for him because can't do it. And it was just like, you shouldn't turn 5 under those circumstances, you know what I mean? A little bronzer is literally absolute life. And obviously I go in very light-handed when I grab the bronzer because I'm pretty fair-skinned, so you can go as dark as you want to with this, but I literally just tap it and put as little on as possible and try to blend it out as well as I can. Okie dokie. Let's do, I'm going to do a really obnoxious blush today, which is Taffeta. This scares me. It scares most people, but it shouldn't because it's actually a gorgeous, gorgeous color when you put it on in the right amount. So literally all the things with Arbonne are hyperpigmented. So I'm going to touch this once and there's plenty of blush on it. So I shake it out a little bit and then just kind of tap it on my cheek. You don't have to be afraid. Pigment is good. Hi, Cheryl. And then just as a little aside, I always go in with a giant fluffy powder brush and blend it out just so you don't see sort of where it starts and stops. like that. All right, let's do some eyebrows. I'm looking a little bit haggard. So I'm gonna go in with the light shade of our brow pencil and the light medium shade of our brow cream. And the brow pencil, super duper easy to use. It's a twist on, so you don't even have to sharpen it. You're gonna wanna start in the bottom inside corner, right here. And just short little dashes that follow the bottom lash line. All the way from the front to the tail, just like that. And then we're gonna go on to the top and do the same thing. I start a little bit further back on the top, but I always make sure that I grab the little tiny baby hairs that live right above your brow proper, and that's gonna give you a better arch and a more fuller looking brow. And then I fill in the arch to the tail, and then I just sort of brush in the front part, so it's got that more sparse look to it. Hopefully this kind of explains a little bit, because I always have people say, could you go slower when you do your brows? Here you go. So bottom first, then the top. And obviously this is just the way that I do my brows. So you may hate the way I do my brows and you have a different method, whatever works for you. But this is just kind of what works for me over the years. Hi, Dom. All right. And now there is on the back side of this little guy, a brush. I always go in and brush my brows upwards so that when I apply my brow cream, I can sort of position my brows, which need to be trimmed. As you can see, they're super long right now. I always go in with the brow cream after and just kind of position them. Not only does the brow cream have tint to it, but it also has, hi love, but it also just sort of has like a gel to it. So it positions your brows in the exact right spot and adds a little bit of pigment. So it makes them look fuller by making your brows look larger. Just kind of brushing up and over. And you do not need a lot. And again, this is the light medium shade. I do have the medium dark shade, but I've been feeling a lighter brow on me lately. And you can feel as you pass over it, you can sort of feel the product build up. So if you want, if you have like a little bit of a sparse area, you can kind of go over it a few times and definitely feel that volume in your actual brow texture build. It's kind of amazing that way. All right, so I figured I would use palette 2. So this is All in the Eyes palette 2. One of my favorites. It comes in 2 different palettes. So if you get the 18-piece makeup kit, you can pick between 2 different brow shade or shadow shades. So this is volume 1. This is more like the neutrals, like the Kim Kardashian sort of vibe. And then this is palette 2. It's more like pastels and less of the earthy colors, but I honestly love them both. I have no idea what I'm wearing today because it's probably going to be a hoodie to finish painting Chase's trim. But, you know, that's what, we're just getting rid of all the house projects while we're stuck in the house. All right, let's go in with the shade Stone. This one right up here. It's sort of like a green gray. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Jill. And I'm just going to build this right into the crease. And everything here, again, hyperpigmented. So just grab a little bit at a time and blend it in. You can always build up the color if you want to, but I find that going in with a little bit allows it to blend out a lot better. I haven't worn makeup in 2 weeks. I hope I'm not scaring my students when I make a video for them every day. I definitely have not worn makeup every day. Pretty much the only times I've worn makeup in the last 2 weeks is coming on to do videos, because to me, but I honestly, I can say this too. I feel so much better when I do my makeup. I just feel like I've accomplished a little something. So if you're feeling, if there's a day where you're just not feeling getting up and getting going, put your makeup on. I bet you'll feel better. Hi, Alyssa. All right, let's go in with the shades. Since we're doing all rocks now, we're going to go over here to Pebble, which is like a lighter version of the stone, a little less green in it. And I'm just going to put this right on my lid. Just a super neutral eye. And we're going to add a little glow palette afterwards, so we're not entirely done, but we're pretty close. All right, so let's do a little eyeliner. I'm gonna go in with the shade Carob, this dark brown. And I love these eyeliners because I actually hadn't worn eyeliner in a while. I thought it was me. I thought that like my eyes were hypersensitive, but with hypoallergenic eyeliners like these, they don't bother my eyes at all. So I've been using liner a lot more. So this is Carob, which is like a dark brown. And I'm just gonna blend this right into my lash line. It sort of makes my lashes look a little bit fuller right from the root and brings a little bit extra attention to your eye. And they're very silky. And I also love that you don't need to sharpen them. There's a little sharpener on the end here if you do want to come to a fine point, but I actually haven't needed to because the pencil tip on here is really quite soft. So I can manipulate the edge of it pretty well. Are anyone else's kids, like I think my kids are starting to finally lose it. I cracked several days ago, but now the kids are like, okay, we're over this. We're ready to not be stuck in the house anymore. And we've gone outside. It's not that. It's just that they want to see their friends. They want to go to the movies. They want to do all the things that kids do. And we just can't. Straight up can't. All right, so we're going to go in with Speaks Volume mascara. I love the Speaks Volume on my upper lashes, and then I use It's a Long Story for my lower lashes. I know, super extra, but it's totally worth it. The Speaks Volume gives you a ton of volume on the upper lashes, and I still do 2 coats, but the It's a Long Story makes them really, really long. And I feel like I don't want volume on my lower lashes, but I do want length and definition. And that is the perfect thing with the It's a Long Story. So if you have a lot of lashes and they're very thick, go with It's a Long Story for everything. But if you have sort of shorter lashes and you want them to look fluffier and more voluminous, go with It's a Long Story, or Speaks Volume rather. So I always do 2 coats. Always, always. The second coat is really where your lashes are going to pop off and look that much fuller. And make sure that you grab these little teeny tiny lashes right in here. That literally makes a huge difference in looking like you have a set of falsies on. Because you get that fullness all the way to the inside. It's also super easy to do. Oh my God. Could we have a video where I don't do that? I don't think we can. We'll fix that later. Hi, Alice. What did our boyfriend say today? I didn't watch yet. I have to fix this because it looks like I just walked into a door. You know what I mean? Please hold while I try to piece my life back together over here. Literally nothing is working for me today. All right, we'll fix that in a second. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with It's a Long Story on my lower lashes. This is my favorite for the lower lashes, primarily because it makes them really long without giving you that tarantula lash situation. Hi, Mariah. It's a long story. Yes, 2 different mascaras. I know. If only it were that simple, right? Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Let's try to blend my little mascara issue out. Nope, I can still see it. I'll fix it again in a second. All right, so let's go in with, let's do lips while we wait for that to sort of settle. All right, I finally put an actual outfit and makeup on day 15. I don't even know what day it is for us. It's been a while. I think today is day 14 of me being home. I think. It feels longer than that, and then it doesn't all at the same time. All right, let's do, I think I want to do a liquid lipstick today because I can, you know, because I can. All right, so let's go in with this. This is Jasmine liquid lipstick. So this side is the lipstick side. This side is the gloss side. I'm going to go in with Peach Lip Liner, which is my favorite nude. Super light. And I overline right down here in the center and on the top in the center only. And then you want to tailor it right back in. It gives you more of an exaggerated pout, but at the same time, it's not like you're drawing on your skin. Okay. There we go. So you see how the top of my lips looks a little bit larger now because I just sort of tucked in the sides better and puffed out the center. So I'm going to put a touch of concealer on just as an FYI, but I'm going to start with the lipstick on the Jasmine Duo. Now, a little trick with liquid lipstick. Number one, do not over apply it. A little goes a long way. There's Nina. I can't imagine why people are afraid of her. I honestly think someone called animal control on her yesterday because she barked at them. Because they drove by our house rather slow. Okay, so that's Splash Liquid Lip, not Splash. This is our lip duo. You want it to dry. And then we're going to add a touch of concealer right in the center. When I say a touch, I literally mean a touch. Like that. Just like that. And we're going to blend it in with your finger. Right in the center. And you see how it just made the inside a little bit brighter? You want that to dry fully, and then we're gonna go in with the gloss side. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. It's a little bit pink, I feel like, on camera, but honestly, in the right lighting, I feel like it's really the perfect like spring lip color. All right, so now we're gonna go in the gloss side. And I do love that, like, if you're into this, you can literally throw one product that gives you 2 functions right into your purse, and off you go. And the gloss is going to act to blend that concealer right in so you don't have like a super high point and a super low. All right, let's blend out my little mascara snafu. All right, and then we're gonna add a little bit of the Glow palette. This is my favorite. This is like the best way to add a little bit of extra sparkle to your face. I'm going to start right here with this shade, which is called Moonstone. And I'm just going to build it right here above my blush. It's got a little bit of like an iridescent shimmer to it. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Stardust right here. Right under my eye. Tip of my nose and on my forehead. And then I think I'm going to go in with the shade Twilight right here. And I'm going to blend it into my eyeshadow. And give it a little bit of extra glow here. And I'm just going to kind of buff it right into the crease. See how it just sort of makes it wake up a little bit more with a glow? Uh-oh, here comes someone. Jeez. Heaven help us now. All right. All right, let it set. Refinishing spray to finish it all off. Hi, Caitlin. And you are Gucci. You look so perfect every time you put your makeup on. Trust me, I'm not. I think everyone who's living with me right now can attest that I am anything but perfect. All of the things below perfect, pretty much. I have lost my ish more times this week on the people that I love than I care to admit, just because this is like such a strange pressure cooker situation. And it's not even that I want to go anywhere. It's just that I know that I can't. Really loving your hair color. Thank you. I washed it and I added a little bit of purple shampoo to it last night to kind of take the yellow out. I love you to give me a makeover. I wish I could, Kelly. Come to New York and I will. Hi, Layla. All right, so I took a before in that there mirror, and I will take an after, and that way you can kind of see the wake up to makeup, and I'll also include what skincare I used. Yes, this is men's skincare, but I love it in the morning because it's got a little bit of an exfoliant in it, and some mornings I just want a little bit of extra slough off. So it's a nice gentle exfoliant, but it definitely belongs to my husband and I steal it. Not every day, but a couple of times a week. So I will include all of that information. This is the last couple of days to get the 400 PV order for 40% off with free shipping. So if you guys are interested in building your own little bundle, you can have nutrition, skincare, hair care, body care, baby care, all of that in one. You don't have to just pick from one component or another. But if you have any questions on any of that, you know how to message your Arbonne consultant. I love you, Kelly. Hi, Michelle. So definitely message your Arbonne consultant and get that sort of thing going before the end of the month. Don't know what the April promotions are, but the 400 for 40% off is definitely a good one, plus free shipping. All right, guys, I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay home. I want everybody to do what we got to do to get rid of this so we can all be together again. I love you, and I will hopefully see you here tomorrow. Mwah.